No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today I have a very lovely guest on here, up and coming talent, great woman. Mellowrackz is in the building.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Excited to have you here.
Me too.
I found out about you because a good friend of mine, Cleo, XXXTentacion's mother, she actually reached out to me and she said, I got a new girl. I'm managing her. She's dope. Check her out. If you'd like to interview her, it might be a good look. I looked into it. I thought you were dope. Here we are today.
Thank you so much.
Florida. Florida born.
Broward County on the fucking map.
But you're young though. You're like 21 or something?
I'm 20. I just turned 20 September 4.
Right. Okay. Tell me a little bit about your upbringing.
I was pretty much on my own my whole life because my mom had 5 kids and we ain't have no dad. So it's like she spent so much time working to the point she was working like 24 hours a day. So it's like we all raised ourselves, to be honest. We raised each other.
5 kids with the same dad? Or
no, 4 different guys.
4 different guys? Holy shit, and this just kept happening? And you were the youngest one?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Mm-hmm. And so were you, like, what kind
of... That was also being tough because the youngest, everyone was like always picking on me because they felt like, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So you probably had it the hardest out of everybody else as well. You kind of run to the litter. You get picked on a little bit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Facts.
So what you grew up in Broward County, but you grew up in like a nice area? Was it a bad area, et cetera?
No, it was just. I mean, I spent most of my time in the trenches though, in the hood, because that's just where I felt like I belonged. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
You just sort of gravitated towards that, or?
I don't know. That's where all my friends lived, and it just worked out that way, I guess.
Right. Were you hanging out with your brothers and sisters, or were you making your own connections?
I was actually hanging out with like the older crowd. Like I was in 8th grade hanging out with people in 11th grade. Like I was just the young bull always running with the older. Yeah, always.
Did you feel like you had like a dominant personality, like a powerful personality from early on, or is this something that you kind of grew into?
My friends my age, I didn't respect them. I just looked at them like, man, y'all some little niggas.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know, for some reason in my head, I always felt older than what I was.
Interesting.
Facts.
Okay, and so then in your bio that I was reading up on, it actually said that you got in the streets at a certain point. I'm not sure exactly what a rap publicist means when they put that in a bio, but they said you were in the streets.
Not no crazy strip and prostitution shit, but yeah, I was in the streets.
When I see in the streets,
that sounds crazy. When the girls in the streets, the first thing you think is like, okay, she's working the.
That is a good point.
But nah, hell nah.
I usually feel like they're trying to tell me that you were involved with the drug trade in some way, or that you maybe shot somebody. No. Neither of those. Okay.
Yeah.
What were you doing in the streets?
I don't think that's appropriate, but.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't no whole shit though. I don't do no whole shit.
You never even considered any of that?
No.
That was totally off the table.
Yeah.
Okay. This is like pre-OnlyFans era.
There was an OnlyFans. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were just sort of like what, running around trying to get some money?
I was hustling, man.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And so then at some point, this seems like this was probably a pretty dramatic turn of events, is that you actually got shot. How did that happen?
Yeah, so it's like the people around me started, you feel me, hating on me, and it's like that love turned hate. You think they just got jealous of me, you know?
Okay.
I was just always so young and just outdoing the grown folks. I was always standing on business.
So it actually happened with some people that you were close to previously?
Yeah.
Where'd you get shot?
As in, what do you mean?
Like in your body?
I got shot in my back. It came out my stomach. It went straight through.
Where did this happen? Can you describe what the scenario was like?
It happened at my mother's house. And one day I was at my mom's house, and someone who's supposed to be my friend, they're like, hey, what's up? They said some crazy shit. But you know, when you fuck with somebody so hard, you don't really think twice.
Right.
They said some shit like, where should I park? Mind you, this person been coming over forever. You know where to park.
Right.
But it's like, they're like, yeah, come show me where to park. And then, you know, I keep this shit in the street. You know, I don't really like giving out too much information. I feel like that's, you know, we keep this shit in the street.
Right.
But yeah, I went outside and shit just went left from there.
Damn. So you got rushed to the hospital, or what happened?
The police came and they was really more focused on like what the fuck happened rather than me getting shot. Like they really kind of like left me bleeding there for a minute while they tried to figure out like what the scenario was. They was like, so the ambulance, it felt like forever.
Really?
I thought it was over with.
You lost a lot of blood?
Yeah, it was blood. Like I actually used my blood to help me get to the door. Cause I was out of it. I couldn't even walk, couldn't even get up.
You had to follow the tracks of your own blood?
Yeah, I had to I was like dragging myself to the door, literally.
Holy shit.
Some crazy shit. Then I opened the door and then my son's right there. It was crazy.
Oh, so you already had your son at this point?
Yeah.
How old were you when you had your kid?
I had my son at 16.
16. Okay. I'm assuming the dad is not around at this point when you're getting shot, or is he still part of this?
I was actually I just recently left the dad like a year ago, 2 years ago, but I was with the dad since then. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good at least.
Yeah.
It didn't work out though?
My career choice actually is what really caused all my relationships to, you know.
It's hard to date a rapper?
I mean, it's hard. No guy wants no girl who's gonna be in the studio all day, and then she gotta get up and fly here. Then I might have to go meet up with this nigga and do a feature. And they're gonna be like, well, why you gotta go meet up with this nigga? And then you pretty. They're always gonna think you fucking them. No matter what nigga I stand to, they gonna think I'm fucking them. Like that's just it. Like it's like I really can't really, you know.
Right.
I gotta be careful what I show the world, because they gonna be like, yeah, she just fucking this nigga, she fucking that nigga. So yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, you go do a video with somebody, it's like, yeah, you're around that rapper, but you're also around his 20 cool friends.
And it's like, I can't bring you. That's unprofessional. I'm not gonna be someone walking around with my man. Nah, I'm not doing it.
Or you're gonna have to treat him like Safari, and nobody's allowed to know that you're dating.
Boy. Oh my God.
I mean, that's how it was for a long. I fuck with Safari, but I'm saying like for a long time, people thought he was just the makeup artist or the gay homie or whatever. Like they didn't think that he was the one dating her because she never told the world that they were dating.
I understand, but yeah, I understand.
A lot of guys don't want to be in that role.
I feel like if someone really loves you, they're gonna play whatever role. So, you know, they're gonna play whatever role they gotta play for you to get to where you need to go.
A lot of guys just want a girl who's going to sort of be their cheerleader, though. And they don't want to be the cheerleader.
Yeah, okay.
But being in this OnlyFans game, though, I meet a lot of guys who are okay with being a cheerleader. They got like 200 followers.
I don't think it's really a cheerleader, but...
Yeah, but, it takes
I think it's just being private, People don't need really... I feel like when you love something, keep it private anyway, so... And people... I like to keep them wondering, you know?
Fair enough. Okay, so wait, you're following the trail of your own blood back into the house, and you see your child, who I guess at this point is what, like 1 or 2 years old, pretty young?
He was crawling. He was like a couple months. He was like maybe 6-7 months. Yeah, like 6-7 months. He was still a baby.
And what do you think when you see your kid in that moment?
I was like, damn, I can't die because I got to take care of him. Like, that's all I was thinking. Like, oh my God, who's going to take care of him? Who's going to make sure he's good? Because it's like, I was 16, 17, taking care of my whole family.
Really?
Yeah, my mom did work because I'm Haitian. If you Haitian, our parents are always going to work. But the money was never enough. But she's always going to work. My mom wasn't the type of mom to stay home and not work, even if I was, I was still doing what I had to do for my people. But my mom was always still going to work. And it was like, I really hold the family down like it's a foundation and keep everybody together. So I was just like, what's everybody else gonna do? I wasn't really worried about me. I was, but I was thinking about him. I was just like, wow. And it's just like all this around him, he could have got hurt. That's all I kept thinking. Like, I failed him. I'm like, I felt like such failure. That's why, like, now I still struggle with leaving the house with him going places. is like something I'm having a problem with. It's like I keep him trapped. But yes.
I wish the people that shot you were thinking about the fact that you're a mom before that happened.
When it comes to that money, they ain't thinking nothing. Yeah.
That's what they were thinking about.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's money, so it ain't. And nigga eat your whole face off about that money.
I mean, it just changes how you think about everything once you start. Because, like, I was always the kind of person that was like, if I die, whatever. You know, if I just fucking get in a car crash tonight and I'm gone, it is what it is. You know, I lived a good life. Like, I'm not going to know that I'm dead when I'm dead. But then once you have a kid, it just becomes like, oh, fuck, you know? Like, you all of a sudden are responsible for something so much bigger than yourself.
It's a lot of anxiety being a parent, especially so young, because it's like, I'm still figuring out myself, you know. Every day I learn something new about me.
Yeah. I mean, you seem pretty grown up and like you've had a lot of life experience, but at the same time, you're 20.
Yeah.
So it's like everything still has to be kind of new. Okay, so you walk in, you see your kid. What process do you take from there to do you collapse at some point, or you wait for the cops, or?
This is funny. I actually grabbed my phone.
At least she has a sense of humor about it, yeah.
Yeah, I laugh about that shit now. I feel like it was supposed to happen.
Okay.
I feel like it was supposed to. I don't, yeah, it is what it is. You know, I don't cry over spilt milk, you know, but.
That's one way to describe getting shot, spilt milk. Yeah. Okay.
I know, right? But yeah, I started calling, like, the people that was real close to me, like, I called his dad or whatever. I actually FaceTimed his dad. Then I caused his dad to speed over to me, and his dad got into a bad car crash and totaled his whole car on the way to me. So it was like he could have lost both parents that day.
Wow.
Like, his car was totaled, all airbags deployed. Thank God, knock on wood. Like, that's why I'm like, yo, I really have a purpose. That's what really makes me feel like I got a purpose and like I'm a living testimony because of all the shit that really could have happened. But it's like God just keeps saving me every time.
Right.
It's like, you got a purpose.
So your baby daddy's speeding over there, and
and
he gets in this car accident, so he can't even.
It started raining while he was speeding.
Oh my God, that sounds like the worst movie.
Yeah, he had a GT63, so it was so crazy. As soon as I got shot, it started pouring. You know, when you die, they say if it rains, you go to heaven. I'm like, oh shit, this is the process. It's raining on me. I'm just looking up and it's raining, and yeah, he spent out his car, totaled that shit.
Okay, but then at some point the ambulance shows up, or what?
Yeah, the ambulance shows up, and yeah, I just remember waking up in the hospital like, because I looked down, I had tubes in my throat, couldn't walk, couldn't move, fucking bag on my stomach. It was bad.
Yeah, you had a shit bag for a while, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How long?
Like 11 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever met anybody who actually had to like live with a colostomy bag for a while. Was that like the worst experience?
Yeah, you're not
obviously,
living.
getting shot is going to be worse, but.
Yeah, I was very like, oh my God, so much times I wanted to just like say, yo, fuck this. It's not a life. Like, I'm thankful I got it off, because if I had to live like that, I don't know how it would be. What really keeps me here right now is my son. Like, because I was in a horrible state of mind. That's why I'm like, now that I got my mental right, I stress it so much that mental health is so important. Because it's like whatever's in your head, it really turns, it makes your reality, you know?
Was there just a lot of depression associated with
hell yeah, like
being stuck with a bag hanging out of you and shit?
Who wants to be around somebody with a bag? What mother wants to be a parent with a bag? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go around my son with this. This is dirty. Like, you know? I don't know. You know, he's a beautiful, clean baby, and I just always felt dirty. Like, I never felt clean. I was like, what's the point of me doing my hair? What's the point of me doing my makeup? When you lift my shirt up, I'm dirty.
Wow.
I didn't like it. It was really challenging. That was the biggest test that I ever got.
When you but you thought that whole time that you might not be getting rid of it either, right?
They kept playing with me. Like, they kept like pushing it back, saying they gotta check this, check that, and really, at one point they was like, you gotta pay for the surgery because your insurance don't cover this, because they like, we saved your life. You trying to take this bag off is cosmetic because you don't like that bag. That has nothing to do with us, you know. And it's like I didn't have the proper insurance, and I had like the cheap shit, like, you know. So it was crazy.
Wow. So 11 months with that shit, and then you get it off, and by the time you get it off, are you feeling like pretty good physically? Like everything else had kind of started to.
Man, when I got it off, I felt like I got my life back, and it was just ever since that day, I looked at life different. Like I never cared about money anymore, shoes, and I used to think that's everything. I never chased it. I just let the money come. Before I was chasing the money, like this money is everything, you know. But when I was fucked up, all that shit can't do shit for me, you know. Yeah, and I crave the things in life that money can't buy.
Interesting. So you had like a religious experience that basically made you forget about that like city girl influence you had previously had in your life. Like when I hear about girls just being sort of after purses and shoes and shit, I'm like, this is what happens when the city girl's taking over the world, bro.
Don't get it fucked up. You feel me? I'm with my Birkin shit. You feel me? Like heavy on it.
Because that's one of the main things I got from your music for sure.
But I'm just saying now, that shit means nothing. Like it's just an image, like you know. But all that, if I ain't have it, I'll be the same bitch. You know. If I ain't have none of that shit, I feel like I'll be the same bitch right now. Like that shit don't make you.
Right. So how did that change you? You stopped running around the streets. You stopped caring about money as much, or did you stop?
No.
Take a big step back from the streets.
I didn't stop running around from the streets. I started moving like a demon in the streets. Like I ain't trust nobody. I was like, nah, I ain't fucking with nobody. I was just on some me shit. I think it made me go harder, and I was more hungry, you know. And I just turned to like heartless. Like I ain't want no love. I ain't want none of that shit. I ain't want no friends. That's why I feel like right now, when I'm doing my music shit, it's like the more you elevate, the less people I fuck with. And it's like, I'm used to that. I feel like in a way it prepared me and it trained my mind for, I feel like I can handle anything now, you know?
Definitely. So, okay, were you thinking about rap before you got shot, or is this something that came into your mind afterwards?
Afterwards.
Okay. What was the influence? Was it like, oh, this is something I could do that could take me out of the streets per se?
It honestly all started, I was in the hospital and I couldn't talk, but I was humming and I just found myself just falling in love with music. Like I just fell in love with music. Like it healed my pain. I feel like a lot of music just started healing my pain. And then January, a couple years later, and then January came earlier, and I was just like, I'm gonna take my music career serious. And then I was playing my music for Cleo because we always were bonding, you know?
So you had known her before you got shot?
Yeah, no, not before I got shot.
Okay. How'd you get in touch after that, though? And did you already have music out online when you met her? No. Okay.
Not at all. I met Cleo at a party.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was beautiful. She was in a long coat. She just looked such a boss lady. And I'm like, I always wanted a female to look up to, you know? Because it was like, I'm so used to being so young and the boss. And it's like, I'm the boss, but it's still stuff I feel like I could have got help. And I feel like if I would have had her early in my life, a lot of shit that I did in the past wouldn't have happened, because she's what really, like, also, she gave me so much gems to now I don't take nothing personal. I know how to react to everything. Like, I used to be very emotional. Like, she told me, there's no emotions in this. Business is business. Just, you know, like, it's really a way to think. She trained my brain to think a certain way. But yeah, I met her and I was just like, yo, she's such a fucking boss. And I was just, that like really drawn me to her. And I was like, this is who I need to be around, because I feel like she's gonna, like, you know, like, I feel like when you're around bad energy, it just brings you down.
Oh, yeah.
She's just light. Like, she shines so bright. She's such a good heart. Like, she's such an amazing person.
Right.
Yeah, like.
And so she encouraged you to make music, or?
No, she heard my music and she was like, we're gonna go somewhere with this. She was like, you got it. You're a star. And she just believed in me. And her believing in me, it just made me believe in myself. I believed in myself, but the way she believed in me, like, no, you're a star, you got this, you know?
Right.
She just gave me that. She put that battery in my back, and I was just like, I just looked in the mirror, and I'm like, yo, I gotta see who the fuck I am for real.
Right.
You know?
Like, you already had some confidence, but her believing you just put it over the top, where you were like,
Facts.
"Fuck, if she believes in me, then I guess I can really
I
do
feel
this."
like we just stick together. We can just make it, you know?
Right. Definitely. When you say you were in the hospital just listening to music and music started really affecting you, was there any music in particular you were listening to, or what was it that started to have that effect on you?
It's so crazy. A lot of the music that I was listening to was X's album.
Really?
That's so crazy to me. Like, literally.
And this before he passed, or like
He,
4 years ago? So maybe a little bit before?
yeah, a little bit before, but he was also sometimes in jail.
Yeah.
So he wasn't really never out like that. So it was like a lot of that music was, yeah.
Right. But you didn't meet Cleo until he had passed?
Yeah,
Right.
after.
Okay.
But he went to Piper and I went to Piper too, but no.
You guys went to the same high school?
Yeah, I
but-
was closer with Ming, his
Okay.
his homeboy. We was closer, but me and him, we never really like got. It was I would see him, but we never like spoke. That's why it's so crazy to me. I'm like, wow, this boy I used to see at Piper, now look, and I'm so close with Cleo.
Yeah.
It's just crazy and it's like surreal.
But even just that of seeing somebody from your high school get so big, that must have
Facts.
kind of made you realize, like, oh, fuck, like this
Yeah.
kind of could happen to
The
me.
top artist, yeah, kind of could.
Yeah.
Facts. I always tell him like, you make me feel like I could be somebody.
Right. Wow, that's crazy. So, okay, then what is the process of you getting in the studio, or did you work like really closely with Cleo on the music side of things, or were you just making music and bringing it back to her?
I was just recording mad music, and then we went on a road trip. I started playing my music for her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A road trip where?
We went on a road trip to Atlanta. It was this weekend going on. I don't remember, but it was like a huge weekend. Everyone was in Atlanta, so we all went on a road trip there. I was playing my music, and she's like, "This is you?" She was like, "You sing and you rap?" It's like, "Play another one, play another one." And then she just was like falling in love with everything. And then, you know, the Broward was already like going crazy for me, so it was just like before music, I already had like love from the streets because I was always putting on for my city. So it was like, and my Haitians, my Zoes, you know, because it's not really much to put on for who else, you know?
Right. Damn, that's crazy. But so then once you start working with her, like, did you sign like a formal management deal with her, or how official was this?
No, she actually didn't sign any paperwork. I'm the one who really pushed it on her. She was really my manager for free. She wasn't even getting paid. She was my manager, not getting paid. On top of that, she was investing money in me without even no paperwork. Like, she just believed in me. And she just was like, she just felt like my loyalty and I wasn't gonna turn on her. She even, Bob Celestin, she even like made sure like anyone tried to send me anything, like I had a lawyer to review everything. Like, she everything she had, she gave me access to it. Like, she was like, I got your back with this, you know, like I'm not gonna leave you out here because I don't know anything, you know.
Right.
I don't know. People was charging me like $3,000 for one beat. My first song, I paid $3,000 for the beat, one beat.
Right.
And it's like, now I'm just getting 100 beats for free right now. Like, what the fuck? I was paying the $3,000 for one beat. So it's like,
Wow, that's funny because you meet so many people who just get into the game and they just completely fuck it up their first time around, and then they have a lot of knowledge after that. It's like, it's so valuable to sort of have somebody giving you that knowledge in advance before you go and sign
yeah.
contracts without a lawyer and all this kind of bad mistakes that people make.
it is.
Definitely. So, like, how do you approach your music, or how do you view it? Like, what's your attitude on the kind of stuff that you speak on music, or what you think that the people want from you?
In a way, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm a superstar. I don't think I'm a rapper. I feel like I'm a rock star, a pop star. And it's just how I express myself. And I don't put myself in a box. Like, one day I'll wake up and I want to sing. The next day I wake up and I want to rap. And then I want to make a pop song. And then I want to rock out. I want to make a rock song. Like, I love it all.
Definitely. Yeah, like I heard you on that song with Icewear Vezo, and I was like, oh shit, okay, she's
No,
doing a
but
lot
right
of different
now,
things here.
but right now I'm only rapping because we don't want to confuse the audience so early.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like once I have a lot of songs of all types, so it's like that'll just be like I feel like a clusterfuck to just throw it all out there at once. It'll just be all over the place.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, you hear people say all the time about like, dude,
Like, do you want to
rappers-
rap or
yeah.
sing?
Or they'll be like, oh, he's like a singer, isn't he? Or like, you know, it's so hard for people to like comprehend
So
two
I
things
feel
at
like
once.
once I solidify myself in my rap music, then I'll show them this side.
Right.
Then show them that side rather than just throw this out, then that's out. Then you're just confusing everybody. Like, okay, do you rap or do you sing?
Right. Do you feel like so far have your looks been an asset for what you're trying to build, or do you feel like it's kind of a pain in the ass because people want to talk about, you know, the way you look rather than your music?
Yeah, some people think that I get advantages because of my looks, but honestly, I think the real beauty of me is inside, and my features is just a plus. Like, if you a real bitch, you a real nigga, you gonna fuck with me. And it's just like, yeah, and a lot of people I feel like have talent, but they don't got the look. So they don't really go nowhere with it. Cause I feel like nowadays, how I feel personally, I feel like music is really your personality and you being yourself. Because it's just like, you just do it. Like, I don't know, when the world could feel like they feel you through your music and you just you. Yeah, you just express yourself on the internet, and yeah, it's really your personality. You don't really have to be talented anymore. Because like the shit I see, the people who go up is the ones who really express themselves on the internet, and you can feel them.
Right. Yeah, like a lot of people who are fans of you, they want to see you live your life day to day. They want to see the real you. It's not really necessarily all about the music.
Yeah,
like
facts.
they'll support the music and shit if they really like you, but a lot of times like their
They gotta
version
love
of
you.
liking you
Is you.
is seeing you on your Instagram story
Facts.
being funny and cool and shit for months and months and months before you drop a song, and then they go
Facts.
fuck with the song because they already feel like they have this connection
Facts.
to you.
Facts. You gotta make them love you.
Definitely. But do you have the problem where you want to work with a male rapper, you tap in with them, and it's automatically like, oh yeah, you should like come to my hotel room or whatever? I hear this from girls. It can be tough to like make yourself an artist in the eyes of your male contemporaries, right?
I mean, yeah, like I had one experience. I was supposed to do a feature with this artist, and then we pull up, and then it just instantly start flirting, and it's just like, okay, and then like, yeah, it's just awkward, and yeah, and then it's just like, fuck it, bro, let's just not even do it.
Yeah, because you're in your head like
that's
so
why
is this not gonna happen?
When you come from
Or-
the streets to the industry, it's just like being a female is just like, it's even worse.
You're in your head thinking like, oh, so I'm gonna like kind of be nice to this guy for a little while here,
Yeah,
just
like,
so he does
I
the
gotta kiss
feature.
your ass for you to get in the booth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but that's what it is. Like, also, I feel like I don't hit niggas up to do songs and shit, because I feel like at my level. Not saying like I'm at like I feel like once I get to that, once I reach my peak, y'all niggas gonna be at my feet. So I'm not gonna go looking for no niggas, and I don't expect nobody to be looking for me with 3 songs out. Well, 2 solid songs I just dropped the freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect for these niggas to be at my feet, but they will be, for sure.
I like the confidence.
Oh, for sure.
But do you have to be careful with how you put yourself out there these days? Because like I noticed that you're all covered up right now. Like do you go out of your way to make it so that people think less about your body or how you look and try to focus more on your music?
Yeah, I'm actually covered up right now because my shirt is like see-through,
Oh,
and
okay.
I was supposed to stop and get a whole bunch of shit. I was supposed to stop and get some press-ons.
Well, flexing the mink is always a good look too, right?
I have bags. You already know. If you know, you know.
I don't
If
I
you
don't know, but I assume it
You
seems
feel me?
expensive.
If you know, you know. I ain't trying to flex with her. You feel me? But yeah,
Right.
I didn't want to be late, so I was like, let me just put the coat on cover.
Right.
You feel me?
But so do you have to think about that? Like if you had a big photo shoot in a magazine tomorrow.
Oh no, I love to flaunt my body. I feel like my
Okay.
body's art. I love my body, and I feel like I spent so long hating my body that now that I just love my body now, and it's just self-love. I love my scar. I embrace it. Like some people be like, I had a stylist. I actually stopped working with her because she was like, why don't you get some pieces that cover your stomach some more? You're always wearing like 2 pieces. You don't want to cover your scar. Then from then, I just started looking at her different because it's like, you're telling me to cover up me. So it's like, anyone who doesn't like my scar, you're not a friend of me, because you would embrace my pain, you know?
Right.
Like,
because
it's expressing myself.
You will forever see, like, you know, dudes in music videos or in hood vlogs or whatever, where they're pulling up their shirt and showing that they got the fucking giant ass like stitches going up the center of their abdomen, like because they got shot and they had to remove it or whatever. And it's like, we all look at that and we're like, oh fuck, like you automatically know this dude been through some shit. You know, you kind of give him some default respect right there. Why don't we extend that privilege to women? I don't know. Why is it supposed to be like shameful if you're a woman and you got shot? If you're a dude and you got shot, like dudes have whole rap careers
Off getting shot.
off of like, I got shot a few times and it's like, now look at me, I'm so tough, you know?
You're like, dumb bitch.
and we give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, all right, man, shit, I ain't been shot. I don't know what it's like. All right.
Facts. Cause nigga, I guess cause I don't know, man. It is what it is. You feel me?
Definitely.
I feel like I'm too tough. Feel me? I sustained that and I kept it moving. Too tough. I'm like that.
Definitely. Did you sign a Lil Wayne?
Yes, I did.
How did this happen?
I got walked through. Mac Main and Cleo, they made it happen.
Really? So Cleo helped introduce you to the Young Money camp.
Cleo hit up Mac. She was like, yo, this girl's dope. Check her out. So I wasn't thinking nothing of it. I woke up one day and we had an appointment to be at the studio, and everybody was there, and they was like, "What's up? We want to hear some shit." And then Wayne was there, Mac was there, a couple other studio people was there, Cleo was there, Chrissy was there. Like my whole team was there with me, my day to day, and it was just like, "Yo, it was just like, let's make history," you know?
Really?
Facts.
Wow.
Then from there, I just started going ham every day.
So Lil Wayne, like, what kind of shit was he saying to you about your music and stuff? Like, how involved was he in this conversation?
He was very involved, very, very respectful, very uplifting, and he was just like, he was like, I fuck with you, I fuck with your music, and I fuck with the shit you talking about, especially at your age. For the way you talking, for the stuff you saying, you know, it was very for me to hear that from him, he's such a fucking legend. Like I just look up to him so much, and me being signed to him, and I look up to him so much, it just makes me want to make great music, and it just motivates me. Like he motivates me a lot. The whole Young Money just motivates me a lot. I feel very blessed, and like I feel like I'm a part of a legacy now, you know, and it just feels amazing. It's surreal. I can't even explain the feeling. It feels blessed. I feel like music saved my life. Now I have something to love and focus on. And I just wake up every day just loving my life. You know, I have a passion now. Like it's in my heart for sure.
Wow.
And they believed in me, so it just, you know, gave me a lot of confidence as well too.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like Lil Wayne pretty much seen and done everything that you could possibly do in the music game. You know, he's been locked up at the height of his success. He's, you know, been on top of the game for like 10 plus years. He was like basically like a child star rapper at one point.
He was rapping since he was 8 years old.
Right,
That's
all the way up to
amazing.
now where he's like a fucking legend in the game and nobody can take shit away from him. I mean, having somebody
Opened
like
so
that,
much doors, just so legendary.
having
like,
somebody like that in your corner is kind of like
word
best
for
case.
him is just GOAT for real.
Yeah.
And for me to get to be a part of that, that's like, wow, surreal.
Have you guys actually worked on music together yet?
I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying that.
Well, I mean, it's not out yet, but you could acknowledge that you work together.
We got some dope shit, all of us, everybody got some dope shit.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's fire.
got some dope shit. I'm just building, you know. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Nope.
So I'm just ready to put in the work and just do whatever I gotta do.
And we're so used to like rappers blowing up young or whatever that it's like, you know, I mean, you're super young. You got like plenty of time before anybody's gonna be looking at you like, oh, she been out here for a while. Why ain't she doing this yet? You know?
No, I'm definitely gonna work really hard so I get my respect earned, you know?
Right.
I want people to see me instead of like see past me. Just fall in love with my music.
Right. Definitely. Yeah, so like do you have any specific like plans for how you're gonna keep releasing music, or like do you want to wait a good amount of time before you put any music with Wayne out?
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no reason why I should just. I don't want to just pop out with a song with him.
Right.
Because it was like, where's the growth?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you leapfrog past all the underground rappers that are kind of more on your level or whatever and go straight to the top, then it's kind of like, then it's almost weird when you go back and work with somebody who's got the same number of followers as you or whatever. Like I would definitely build up to it.
I only work with people who I feel like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Bigger than, you know, like their platform, like it makes sense. But yeah, I'm honestly, I want some single records. I want to show my talent by myself. I want to stand on my 2 feet and then, you know, then hit him in the head. But yeah, I got mad features with mad people, mad fire music.
Really?
So I got some beautiful music that's,
Crazy.
a lot of dope people and a lot of rappers that really supported me before other people supported me. Like Yachty.
Oh, Yachty did too. That's interesting.
Yeah.
How did he tap in?
Got some fire shit. I met Yachty in New York at I met Yachty at a studio at Fabio's studio session. I met Yachty.
Nice.
Yeah.
And have you guys worked on anything together?
Yeah, we got some fire shit coming. About to drop soon. Fire shit.
What made you want to work with Vezo?
Vezo, I just love the Detroit vibe. I feel like the Detroit influenced my music a lot. So I was like, who's the best in Detroit? And I just felt like he's the best in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate him. He flew down. He came and showed love. You know, he did the video. And I just feel like then he had concerts. He invited me to. He brought me out. And it's like, people don't really do that, you know? People be so focused on themselves.
Yeah.
They don't really care. You're an upcoming artist and you want to be on the concert and you want to come. They don't care about that.
He's a real one. And you know what I like about Vezo too is that he's like in a super serious relationship with his girl. Like he's super upfront about it, which is like, it almost seems weird to even say it, but like a lot of rappers just kind of lie and just act like they're single for their whole career.
Facts.
So it's kind of cool to see him like openly.
He got a whole family.
He's really building something with his family and shit, and he speaks about it, which I think it's important that we normalize that. Like as a rapper, you don't need to just like act like you're fucking 16 and single forever, you know?
16 and single forever.
Well, I mean, just a lot of rappers like want to sort of perpetuate this like fantasy that they're like a little kid forever, you know?
Hell yeah.
Definitely. I was curious about this. You dated Kodak for a while?
What'd you say?
Kodak Black?
Oh my God.
Sniper Gang?
It's the SG.
Yeah. What was that? When was that? How long did that last?
When was that? Like 6 months ago?
Okay.
Yeah.
And it didn't turn into anything, I'm guessing?
I mean,
or are you guys still kind of talking?
I mean, we don't talk, but I wish him the best. I want the best for him, and it's just we weren't the persons for each other. Persons.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's for me. Yeah.
Why are you holding your tongue so much? Did the label tell you to?
What?
Or you just don't want him mad
Honestly, the label doesn't tell me anything. I'd be thinking they're gonna be like, give me a handbook of what to do and not to do. They don't. They really like let me do me and be myself for real. But
right.
But nah, I just feel like I'm too real to like, you know. I feel like I'm exposing a nigga. I say some shit.
Respect.
You know what I mean? But it's like, even if we fall out, I'ma always say, man, I fuck with him. So even we ain't cool, the whole world gonna think we cool, cause I just gotta keep it real, you know? Cause at one point, you feel me? But just because we can't sit at the same table with each other no more, that don't mean I want your plate to be snatched or some shit.
And that's just another way of you making it clear that you ain't like these other hoes out there. because bitches love to do that shit now. It's like they want to have a whole career off of talking about like, oh, I used to hang out with this rapper. Look, this is what he's like, yada yada.
Actually,
you know?
like when I hang out with rappers, I don't want to take pictures with them because I want them to feel like it's genuine. I'm not around for the clout. But it was like people think that she was taking pictures with him for clout and this and that, but no, he wanted to do it. Like it was never something I wanted to do. Like it was always something he wanted to do. Like he wanted to show the world. Like, you know, I was always cool with, you know.
I seen him on live feeling on your booty. He looked like he was on cloud 9. Like he was in the happiest place he had ever been in. Like he was loving it.
Oh my God.
He definitely wanted to be there.
Yeah, I don't yeah, man, he outside.
For sure.
For sure.
But let me ask you this, because like when we talk, I always talk about X and Kodak as like those are kind of like the two young kings of South Florida, like, you know, and two very different categories, two very different upbringings, styles of music, etc.
X is a fucking put Broward on a fucking map.
Facts. But do you learn anything from being around that environment with Kodak too, since he's obviously like one of the greatest rappers to come from that area?
One thing about him, he just beats himself, I could say. A lot.
To the extreme.
To the extreme. Like, he don't give a fuck.
Nah.
Like, you want to know the definition of don't give a fuck is him.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot of stuff too, but yeah, good for him though.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Well, you know, I'm definitely impressed. It's actually kind of like hard to even believe that you're 20 because you just seem like you have a very good head on your shoulders. Like you've been through a lot. Like you're ready for taking on this challenge.
Yeah. I'm just ready. Let's get over it.
Definitely. So do you have a game plan, like when you're going to be dropping new music? Do you have like a project in mind that's going to be coming out at some point?
We're focused on dropping singles. I'm trying to be consistent as possible. I think I'm going to be dropping like a single every 2 weeks, actually.
Oh, nice.
And then just come out with an album.
Hell yeah.
With all major features and all this shit and just all my fire music that I'm holding back. Just drop it on there and just go crazy and just fuck this shit up.
Definitely. That's exciting. Okay. Anybody you want to thank? Anything you want to let the people know to look out for?
Hell yeah. Look out for my next single, What I Want, Mellowrackz, you feel me? Shout out to Tunchi, shout out to Cleo, shout out to Mac Main, shout out to Young fucking Money, you know what the fuck going on. Shout out to Broward fucking County, man, you already know. And shout out to Adam for bringing me out, I really appreciate it. You're a real one for that one.
I'm a big believer. I think you got.
Oh yeah, shout out to Solomon.
Shout out Solomon. Doesn't get the props he deserves for sure.
You feel me? Well, he's dealing with my headache right now.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, I've been driving him crazy all morning.
You're a nightmare for a manager?
Yeah.
Really?
It's a lot.
Really? You're like a real diva? Like you ain't even been on for that long and you're like already like kinda...
Oh no, I'm super like down to earth and real humble. Like I'll never turn to a diva. Okay. I know that for a fact. I'm always stay like this.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, facts.
That's a good thing to hear because most of these girls turn into divas at some point.
Hell no, my nigga. Later on, I'm gonna come back, pull up on you, smoke a joint.
All right. You smoke weed, but nothing else, or?
Only weed.
Oh no. She's like, nah, I'll be getting fucked up, Adam.
Get fucked up.
For sure. All right. Well, Mellowrackz, appreciate you coming through.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Much love. Mellowrackz, No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world.
Shit.
Check us out on YouTube, Apple Podcast apps, Spotify, et cetera, Patreon, OnlyFans, all that shit.
All right,
like,
y'all
comment,
go stream
subscribe.
Diamonds right fucking now, man. You already know what the fuck going on.
Diamonds. That way.
Okay,
No
shit.
Jumper. Appreciate y'all. We out.
We out.